This video is a show it lesson, and you can pretend to build with the blocks you can see in the picture. We will use manipulatives to help us in our maths learning. We will use 10 frames and a large piece of paper. If you don't have 10 frames, you can either draw the shapes or use online digital manipulatives such as those on mathsbot.com. So if we start with a 10 frame, which is in fact a grid or a frame that holds 10 counters. To keep things organized, we fill the top row first from left to right, and then the bottom row from left to right. The counters can be of any color. I've just used red and blue. To remember our 10 frame, we can think of glasses frames and pretend to put glasses on. We can also use bridging to help us count. We can see a bridge here and can form a bridge with our arms. Firstly, we have 3 10 frames. We have bridges at every 10. So 10, 20, 30. Bridging helps us think about how many until we get to the next 10, as adding from a 10 is easier. So if we have 4 red counters, if we know our bonds to 10, we know we have 6 blue counters to get to our 10 bridge. So if we start with an empty 10 frame, then we look at our first calculation. 4 add 7 equals, and we can form an addition sign with our arms for add. We first swap the numbers. This is called commutative, but we can just think of swapping them, moving our hands, pointing across each other, like the arrows in our picture. This is commutative. We swap. We swap the numbers to start with our larger number. So 4 and 7. 7 is larger than 4. I'd rather have 7 sweets than 4 sweets. So 7 goes first, and we've got 7 in red with a red circle around it. And then we add our blue 4. So rather than 4 add 7, we've got 7 add 4. We do this because it's quicker to add 4 rather than 7, and we get the same answer. We start with 7 red counters for our red number 7, and we are adding 4 blue counters for our blue number 4. Our next bridge is, what's the closest bridge to 7? Our next bridge is 10. We get to our bridge by adding 1, 2, 3, by adding 3 blue counters. And then we need to think about what's left. And to help us do that, we've got a blue question mark there. We can draw a question mark in the air to think about what's left. There's only 1 blue counter left to add to our 10. So we need another 10 frame. To find out our answer, we add in our blue counter, and we've got 10 add 1, which is easy. 10 add 1 is 11. Our next question is 9 add 14 equals. Do we need to swap? I'd rather have 14 sweets than 9, so yes, we will swap because 14 is larger than 9. So 14 will be in red and 9 in blue. 14 red counters, and we need to add 9 blue counters. Our bridge this time, well, we've gone past 10, so our bridge is going to be at 20. We get to our 20 bridge by adding, how many spaces have we got? There's 1 there, and I know there's another 5 there. So we've added 6 blue counters. And then we ask what's left, draw in our question mark. How many blue counters have we got left? We've got 3 blue counters left. Right, we need another 10 frame. And now 20 add 3, well, that's easier. 20 add 3, let's put them in there, but I already know the answer. 20 add 3 is 23. Our last question, we've got 19 add 9, and no need to swap, as I'd rather have 19 sweets than 9. So there's our red 19, and we start with 19 red counters. Our next bridge, again, is going to be at 20. And we are adding 9 blue counters. We need to get to our 20 bridge, so we'll fill this one space up. And then we need to draw our question mark, as you can see here, and ask what's left. Well, there were 9 and I've just taken 1 off, so I could count them, but I know 9, take 1 off, gives me 8. I've got 8 more to add. I need another 10 frame, so let's add that in. And I've got 20, add 8, and that's easier. I'll put them in. The 20 add 8 gives us 28. Time for you to show it now and to ask, can you add 2 numbers less than 20 using 10 frames? So let's do one together. As this is an example, write E1 bracket for example 1, and then 3 add 9 equals on a large piece of paper in the top corner. Pause and do that now, please. Then, either using counters and a 10 frame, or draw them, or use an online app, we need a 10 frame. Pause and do that now, please. Next, we need to think if we have to swap our numbers. Is the biggest number first? Well, no, it isn't, as I'd rather have 9 sweets than 3. So I'll start with the biggest one, which is 9, and write 9 add 3 equals, using 2 different colors for each number. Right, pause and do that now, please. So in my case, we have 9 red counters. Count them out. And we need to get to our first bridge. So what's our first bridge after 9? We are getting to 10. So we draw a little bridge and then the number 10. I need to add 3 blue counters. So I'll add in 1 to get to our bridge of 10. I've got 10 there. I've added a blue counter, so I've got 3, take 1 off. I've got 2 left, which gives us 10 add 2, which is easier. Let's add in my 2 blue counters. 10 add 2 gives 12. So there's our answer. So pause the video and do that now, please. Now it's your turn with questions number 1, 2, and 3. Create your 10 frames. I've given you help in terms of how many 10 frames that are needed. Think about whether you need to swap your numbers to make sure the biggest number is first. Then add to your next bridge, and then ask what's left and add that on. If you want more practice, you can make up your own, asking an adult to check. Pause the video and have a go now, please. Right, let's check. 6 add 9. Right, do I need to swap? Well, I'd rather have 9 sweets than 6, so 9 add 6. And then 9 red counters. And what's our next bridge? 10 is a bridge at 10. So 9 to get to 10. How many blue counters? 1 goes in there. And what have I got left, or a question mark? 1 from 6. I've got 5 left. 10 add 5, which is easy, which gives us 15. 18 add 4. Do I need to swap? Well, no, I don't. I'd rather have 18 sweets, so 18 is larger. So 18 add 4. Let's put in 18 red counters. Wow, count them out. And then I need a bridge. And after 18, our next bridge, our next 10 is 20. 4 blue counters, so 2 go in there. And then we ask ourselves what's left, or in a question mark. 2 from 4, there's 2 left. And there's 20 add 2 gives us 22. So next we have 8 add 13. Do I need to swap? Well, 13 is bigger than 8. I'd rather have 13 sweets than 8, so yes. And then 13 red counters. And what's our bridge? We go to 20. So how many to get to 20? We've got 7. And then question mark, what's left over? 8 take away 7 is 1. So we've got 20 add 1, which is easy. We've got 21. In this video, we looked at addition, concentrating on using bridging to add 2 numbers less than 20 using 10 frames. Our steps to success, you can hopefully say at the end of this video, are: number 1, I can use 10 frames to add 2 numbers less than 20. And number 2, I can swap numbers to make adding easier. And number 3, I can bridge to 10 and 20 and then add what's left. This has been a Teaching Alive short video taken from themed units aimed at learners aged 7 to 11. Throughout our videos, we use pictures and suggest actions for teaching points. So please join in with us to support learning and have some fun. For more information on the Teaching Alive project and to be shown to learn and to practice more, visit teachingalive.co.uk.